Welcome to Firefly Wrestling. My name is Nick, and I will be your guide for this episode. This is a different episode, I think, to what I normally do, and I'm going to try some things out. Not too many shows in the card today, because I want to do a quick recap of where we are in the world right now, what other companies are doing, where their champions are at. We also should have a bunch of achievements to tick off, well, at least the goal. I'll change that now, actually. So, one of the big things about Grind for Greatness is we've got to tick off all these challenges. We need to get to 90% of them, which is a lot. We had 6.3% so far. 70 more match growth for wrestler of ours, 75 or more event card. Our peak is 72 right now. We're real close to being able to hit that. Our peak with our wrestler, I think, is like 62, so a bit of work, but it can get there with the right opponent, I think. Remain in charge of a company, that's a while away. We don't really need to worry about promotion owner. Not going to happen for a while. I picked a really young owner, so that's fine. TV deals, would love to happen at some point in the future. We need to be at least medium size, probably have a lot more popularity. But then, yeah, would love... This is something I think happen in the next year and a year and a half of our save. Storyline heat, this is a late game thing. Like, getting to 80s. Our peak is like 60. Like, that requires a lot. Probably a lot of like storyline bonuses as well. Event, reach a prestige level of. Haven't seen any of this yet, so eventually that will happen. Title prestige, still sitting around like the high 30s, I think, low 40s. It's fine. This one, I think we will definitely hit today. Get my wrestler in the top 100 most popular. I think he's somewhere around top 25 is where I would assume he's at right now, which is great. But tied highest popularity in the company right now. I think this is doable. Debut in the top 500 power then. We did this in the first year. I think we've got a good chance of being in this year in that top 100 spot. But it will be close. Merchandise, exclusive contracts. None of this is really super right now stuff. But it might be stuff to aim for this year. The other big stuff to focus on is all the stuff on the right. Complete a year. We're going to tick that off today. End of year awards. Win Company of the Year. I don't think we would have done it, but there's a chance. Most improved. Surely this year we get most improved. We missed it last year. We have had ridiculous growth over the year. Sure, we have grown so much. We've got a TV deal now. We have to be getting most improved company of the year. Card of the year, we got a 72. Last year, the target to hit, I think, was a 70. It's going to be real close again. We're going to see how it go. Win match of the year. Our best match of the year was, I think, again, a 71. I don't think we're going to hit that, but I think there's a chance we might sneak into it. It's going to be very close again. And win Wrestler of the Year, again, it depends how good Santanico has been in Mexico. And I think Santanico's Mexican run will beat it. Will be the decider here. Tag Team of the Year, maybe Rock and Roll Express does it. I'm not confident, but there's a chance. So, let's quickly check back on it. Let's go through it, tick off which ones we've got, which ones we haven't got, and kind of see and then we'll kind of go into the world just after that. Our Male Wrestler of the Year didn't win. Also, the Wrestler of the Year award has to go to my wrestler, not anyone in my company. Never mind, we weren't close. Antonio Inoki, let's click on him. I mean, only 600 per show. Generally someone I could see coming in. He's a tag team champion right now. He is fairly ridiculous stats-wise. He's very good, especially performance. Very good. He's a booker, very talented wrestler. He's always been on the bridge of it in the last couple of years as well. Super over 43 is his peak. Way higher than what we're at right now. Let's get just stellar worker. Female Wrestler of the Year is Lioness Asuka. I think she won the Young Female Wrestler of the Year last year. Let's get incredibly talented. Only 30 per show. Don't have a women's division yet. Seeing some of these great women's wrestlers does tell me maybe I should. But I still think, this is the first women's wrestler I've seen that's, stands as being really stellar. And I could see hanging it in my division. Maybe I make the world title mixed for a little while and we do something like that, like they did with China. Not on top of my head right now, but something I could go towards and see myself doing in the future. Company of the Year wasn't us. It's close. I must be close. Wasn't us. What are their show history? Show history is probably the best way to look at it. 66, 61. It's all 60s. I think we're really close to these guys. We really have to be. They are an amazing company. They're doing incredible work. their major stars are all just incredibly top wrestlers, but they're only 8th in the world. Like, they're not doing that well. Male Tag Team of the Year. Maybe we win this one. No. La Alianza. Al Khalifa and Peninsula. I don't know those two. Maybe we have to look them up. Al Khalifa, any good? I mean, yeah, very solid. I mean, maybe I should bring these guys in to be the Dark Watch tag team. They might do really well as Dark Watch tag team. They seem, could be very, very talented people to bring in. Match of the year. It's us! It's Santanico and Jack Armstrong. There's a reason I popped so hard when I saw that rating. It was such a great show from us. And yeah, that is lovely to see. That is one. We've got one. Show of the year. Does Summer Stakes also get it? It does! Okay. I'm really happy about that. We got 2 at least. With Show of the Year, Match of the Year. Great things to get. Okay, we will take that. Also means we've got a good target for next year. We need to be getting shows above 70. Male Young Wrestler of the Year. It's El Hijo del Santo. I mean, that's not surprising, is it, right? Like, this guy, I don't know that much about him, but I do know he is a massive legend in Mexico. And his stats are already ridiculous. Once I'm big enough, I would love to talk to him about, like, being available in America, because he could absolutely become this top guy for us. And I do want to build that young quartet of people. That was how my play character is at, like, that peak age. Everyone around him is at that age as well. Everyone else around him is in a great position. Female Young Wrestler of the Year. 23-year-old. I'm especially as one of them before. I'm sure I've seen her, like, in the awards in the past. Another, like, top female wrestler. It's again, definitely not as good as the one as Linus Oscar. But still somewhat solid. Can probably still hang and will get much better. Male Veteran of the Year. Sean Reagan. I haven't seen him before on these lists. He's Zebra Kid. No clue who that is. His stats aren't even that good. Surely when Terry Funk turns 40, Terry Funk's going to win that award every year. Because these are definitely worse than Terry Funk's stats. Female Veteran of the Year. Fabulous Moolah was one every year. Whatever. Most Improved Company. It wasn't us again. Oh my. They started end of the year price. Actually, they've had that like first year massive gain. They're still in the green money-wise. That's really impressive. Their show's not even that good. Okay, what is their size though? Their size could be ridiculous. We have to have grown more than that this year. Oh, that's annoying. I really thought we were going to win that one. Okay, Male Independent Wrestler of the Year. It's going to be the same. Male Manager of the Year. Ernie Ladd. Okay. I have been considering bringing in more managers for some of my wrestlers. And he's not great though, is he? Microphone 84, Charisma 85. I mean, that's good. It's just not stellar. He's a road agent though. On to a short list. He could be very good for us. And he's best in the Southeast. I could see him being great for us. Female Manager of the Year. Wendy Richter. I think she won it last year. Another one. I mean, yeah, her thing is going to be a sex appeal at 92. But these are still, like, solid enough that, like, with a crazy high sex appeal, crazy high star quality, I could see her being good enough. I don't know. We'll shortlist her as well. We could bring her in. We might not. Good to have, like, that just as an option. Male play-by-play. Jim Ross again. Male color. Nick Perry. No clue that is. Male Referee of the Year. Cool, yep, Earl Hebner, won it every year. Female Ref of the Year. Woman Star. Haven't seen her before. Mexican Referee. Cool, I mean, those ones aren't as important. That's kind of the end of those awards. So we've got 3 total, including the yearly one. That's a bit of a bummer, but I think we're still, like, still have to consider that somewhat of a success, I think, right? Let's quickly do this, and then we can go through the company awards and then Save the World. If we go, yeah. So click on that one. This should be a tad bit more zoomed in so it's easy to see. 317. What the lower ones, my person gets better. 317. Level up an event 5%. I don't know what that means. I think that means like the prestige of event. That could be amazing though, I think, because that does directly correlate to the challenges. Also, it has now unlocked relationships, which is another little thing that I think is quite good that it has unlocked. It has unlocked the ability for us to talk and approach other companies. We will have to look into doing that because that could be very, very beneficial for us going forward. Okay. Didn't win Company of the Year. Didn't win Most Improved Year. We did win Card of the Year, which nets us 2 things. So that will get us a 92 and a 154. Doop. 92, 154. That's the wrong box. I've been breaking the sheet. I have Control C, Control V, oh, okay, yep, I worked out what I'm doing wrong. Little bit of quick on-the-fly editing to fix it. Okay. Voice of Sleaze as a performance attribute. I don't know what that means. That can't be that great. Dojo skills. +1 other skills. That's good, I think, isn't it? Is that +1 to all other skills or just +1 to a single other skill? How have I rolled it in the past? If I go find one of these other awards that gave me that. Sure, one of them has. Sure, one of them has. Yeah, so I think I just split it in the past. So that's fine. I get +1 to a single other skill. That's amazing. Okay, that's fine. Match of the year. I need to tick that off. I need to tick this one off as well, and we can 492 and 7. Where is 492? 492 and 7. That's, yeah, opposite sides. Gain poor announcing chemistry. Amazing. Because why we get good things? +1 primary skills. Amazing. Just what I wanted to see, isn't it? We have got +2 and a -1, and whatever that means. Yeah, well, that's sad. Oh, yeah, I didn't get... I forgot. Yep. I'm a genius. I forgot to check. Where are they? The Power 500 and most popular. So let's do that quickly as well, because maybe that will get me a bit more excited about what we've got. Power 500. If that's people on my shortlist. Woo, there we go. Centenico in number 5. Where is the Firefly? Surely we can't be too far out. We are 29 in the Power 500. That's good. Average rating of 50 across the year is stellar. We did amazing work. And yeah, 29 puts me in a great, great spot. So that would drop me into the top 100 and the top 50. 2 more. Well, 3 more. Okay, this has been a good year, I would say. 228, 360. I'll come back for the other one. 288, 360. I've got to go delete those as well. Where is 288? 288, 360. And the last one we got is 219. Ooh. Stellar work. Receives a gift from a will. We get 30k. I have never seen that. I did not know that was in the game. That's amazing. Okay, I really need to make sure I remember which ones I've done. So, Debating 500, we have got a 5% worldwide company popularity boost. As we learnt last time, it's basically nil, but it will actually put us in the medium this time. It will actually make us a medium-sized company going into our next show, which won't update till after the show, because the show is the 1st of Jan. Which will probably already be a medium company anyway. Pointless, good to know. Good announcing chemistry for a random worker on my roster. Of course. That is the big one though, 30k. And everyone to check is check the most popular list. I zoomed in so far the entire time no one could see anything, could I? Sounds about right for me. If we go on to the most popular, did we crack that top 25? Aeroflash did, Centenico did, Kurt Hennig did. 32. Okay. 5 edge popularity across the board. How far would it taken us to get to 25? It's 5 across the board as well. Oh, it is close between all of them. Okay. I mean, that's not too bad. We also have people up here, don't we? Top person. It's Atsushi Onita, who's actually fallen recently. CJ Falk doesn't even have a thing in the game. They only recently turned being a pro wrestler. They just have crazy popularity across America. Weird. Not sure how that's happened, but that's very fun. Bret Hart is another one of our top guys. He's a world champion. He's got 8 averaging across the board. But okay, so this would give us, if I go find it, we're inside the top 100. We're inside the top 50. We're not inside the top 25 yet. But we definitely can be. That is great to see. If I find the thing to click on, there we go. That gives us a 9 and 111. Okay. 9 and 111. That's 11. 111. We are good at dominance matches, which we don't do, and definitely just for the character. Maybe in the future. But good for the primary skills. This gives us 3 primary skills to work with. Oh, okay. Well, it has been somewhat successful. The 30k is going to be great. I think it is... actually, no. Save the world, and then I'll come back and do all of that. So yeah, to save the world first. Start with our company. Firefly Wrestling. We are ranked 2nd in the world. We are tiny. But as I said earlier, we're at 34 popularity. 35, and we're small. Not medium, sorry, small. I've been saying medium the entire time. We are small. We're building it up. We're getting there. That's great to see. I'm happy with that. We have 1 stable in the company. It's a Dark Watch. Good momentum. It says they're not a major player, but they are definitely major players in the company. That's because if we go through our show history, our titles. I'm realizing all over the place because I've got something else, but that's fine. We have 5 titles for offer in a year. 2 are yearly events. The first one is the Battle Leagues. It is a round-robin event, our version of the G1. And the winner gets a title shot at Fall of Champions. The first one was Tully Blanchard, who went on to challenge Terry Funk. The second winner was Santanico, who went on to challenge Terry Funk. Then the third winner was Onita, a great friend of Terry Funk, who went on to challenge Santanico. Who's going to win this year? Not much to worry about with it, because it's not really going to be dealt with for another couple of episodes. But it is a great, fun event, and I always enjoy having it and booking around it. Great Lakes Championship. This is our mid-card belt. It debuted around the waist of Kurt Hennig when he won it in a 5-way as a surprise entrant. He held it for 112 days, made 3 defenses of that title. Defended every single elevation show, which was originally in the Great Lakes, but we moved it to make money. Money wins all. We then had Jake Roberts, who took the belt. He took it for 91 days, made 2 defenses of the belt, one against Kurt Hennig, one against Bob Backlund. But then, 2 weeks before Crowning Glory, our season finale in December, Jack Armstrong took the belt off him and defended it at Crowning Glory against him. He's got a 42-day reign going on. The Jungle Warrior Jack Armstrong. The man who put on the best match of the year. Stellar to see. Very happy with Jack Armstrong. We then have the shootout. This is our, the hype and the prestige of the Royal Rumble. It is a 5-man elimination match. I have some plans what to do in the future, but for now, it is a fairly simple elimination match. The winner gets a title shot in the main event of Crowning Glory. The first winner, it was for the title, and it was my play character, the Firefly, before he got the title back to Jake Roberts very soon. Then had Santanico, who won it last year, and went on to defeat Terry Funk at Crowning Glory for the belt. And then Bret Hart, who went on to defeat Santanico for the belt this year. With Tag Team World Championships, we added these last year. The first champions were the Watchers, Aeroflash and the Firefly. This led to the Dark Watch having all the gold, bar the Great Lakes Championship. Great major players. Then we had Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express, win the belts after a series of triple threat matches where the Watchers keep pinning the other person, keep pinning the other team. But eventually the Rock and Roll Express got their one-on-one match and they took it in a steel cage. Before, in a triple threat between all the champions, At Crowning Glory, we had the tag team of Ready to Die, Terry Funk and Otsushi Onita take the belts. They've held it for 28 days now. And they're a great fun tag team I'm excited to book around. Then we have the World Championship. It started around the waist of Terry Funk, who then dropped it to Jake Roberts. The Firefly got a brief transitional reign going into Mania. Oh, not Mania, sorry, Crowning Glory. Before Jake Roberts running back. Before eventually dropping it to Terry Funk in a very big blow-off match. Santanico would take that belt and held it for 91 days before I accidentally picked the wrong winner and Matt Bourne won the belt. Which then allowed Santanico to take the belt back and take it into Crowning Glory, where he dropped it to Bret Hart, who is going to be like the face of the company, I'm fairly confident. Yearly awards, because I've up to these. The male wrestler of the year for the first time wasn't Terry Funk. It was, and very rightly and very deservedly, Santanico. The male tag team of the year. That makes a lot of sense as well. It is Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, who put on just bangers all the time. They're amazing. Though I do think Ready to Die might give them a run for their money this year. Our male young wrestler of the year wasn't the Firefly for the first time ever. It was Kurt Hennig, who was very young and very successful, and is going to do great things in this company, I think, probably this year. Match of the year. So it wasn't 70. It was a 78 rated match. I mean, yeah, that's why it won, didn't it? That's stellar. Okay. If we get an 8 rated match next year, this year, I think I can assume that we'll win that thing again. That is amazing. I hope to see that. 78 rated match from Santanico and Jack Armstrong. Arcadia, Summer Stakes, 71. Amazing. Male Manager of the Year, Kurt Hennig, who doesn't have a client because he's not a manager. Male Play-by-Play, Hugo Sanovich. Color Commentary, Hugo Sanovich, because Mike Carrick is not that good. Referee of the Year, James Beard, only 3-time winner in the company. That's all of our awards. But let's go check out some of the competition. So I go to Company Wars. Biggest company in the world. WWF in 1983, CMLL. They are nearly $1 million in debt. I don't know what they have to close eventually, right? Like, they're so far in debt. There is no trouble. How much stables do they have? They've got 2. They have the Outlaws, Colosso Colossehi, Lizmark, Tinablas. They're not major players, solid part. That is fine. And then they have the Sorority, Rayo Di Jalesco Jr., Eldanes, and Indio Tarahumara. Another group that's not... They're hugely important, apparently. That is cool to see. Do I have the title or anything? There's a lot of titles in this company. World Heavyweight is held by Ryo, who took it off El Canek. 2-year reign. El Canek had it for such a long time. Currently held by Stuka, the World Middleweight Championship. Mini belt? Nope. World Tag Team belts? Nope. Trios belts? Don't know any of those names. Welterweight. Oh, Fase 1 is a double champion, that means. Hellcon 78 also being the former holder. Only a recent one. The NWA World Light Heavyweight belt is El Hijo del Santo. Very fun. Roddy Piper held that belt for a day. I'm not sure. Oh, wait, no, that's before the game started. Okay. I thought that was something that the game managed to book in, is that Roddy Piper held the belt for less than a day. That's funny. Rey Mysterio, 41. I think this is Rey Mysterio's dad. Or the current well-known Rey Mysterio's dad. They have a lot of belts. Their size, their peak region is 34. Same as ours. They just have 20s across the rest of Mexico. So they will, I think, very quickly make it to medium. Oh, they need 59 in the home region. But they'll be able to get to 35 with lots of ease, I think. Their top 100, their best shows in 54. Like, as much as they're doing well on size, their shows aren't great, and they're going to start falling off. The other big company, another Mexican one. Pretty much the exact same people, I would argue, or most likely, but they are not in debt. They're doing very well. Good family-friendly company in Mexico. They're faces of the company. I've seen those guys in the other one. Corrado Hernandez. I've butchered that. Don Caris. He was a former Wrestler of the Year winner as well. Super Astro, Crazy Boy. It's amazing. Roberto Paz. Good, fun roster in Mexico. I don't know much about wrestling history, let alone Mexican wrestling history. so I don't know most of these names. This is a another Mexican one. Okay, Mexico's just got crazy popularity in this game. That's fine. WWF, the one people watching this video probably know the most of at least. Their major star is Randy Savage or Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. If we go to all their company, let's get this: Bob Backlund, Jack Armstrong, and Michael Hayes as their top guys. They still have 168k in the bank. Show history, solid shows. Nothing amazing, nothing special, but they do put on solid shows every time. Their titles: the World Heavyweight Champion is Mr. Perfect, 84 prestige. That's why Mr. Perfect's popularity is so high. He took it off Bob Backlund. Oh, no, he didn't. Did he? No, that was before the save started. He is the only champion so far for heavyweight champion. Might be one of the only heavyweight competitors in the company at this point. But he has been doing amazing, amazing work. He's held it for 235 days. Intercontinental Championship, 64, is held by Bob Backlund. He is a 2-time title holder. He won it 18 days ago and took it off Michael Hayes, who held it for 189. King of the Ring, they haven't done. Royal Rumble, haven't done. But their tag team champions are Tugboat Taylor and Jimmy Garvin. Not a tag team I'm really looking to sign right now. So that is fine. Then there's anything else here that's super notable. Male Wrestler of the Year was Kurt Hennig. Michael Hayes was Young Wrestler of the Year. Woohoo McDaniels, I think, is a former winner of Male Veteran of the Year. So yeah. I don't know if there's any other companies here that people are super interested in. New Japan is a cool one. I don't know any of these people, so feel free to look through the list. I don't know if anyone else will recognize too many people either. They're also nearly $1 million in debt and probably in a lot of pain right now financially. Either way, I've got a whole lot of bonuses to add to my company and my wrestler. We're not going to be in debt next time you see us, but the next time you do see us, it is going to be at New Year's Ascension. So let's run the intro and get right into it. Okay, welcome to New Year's Ascension. I have done my little character bonuses. They're going to mean nothing in the end. I can brawl slightly better, which is good for this company. As it turns out, I've got no refereeing, no color commentary, and no play-by-play experience or skill, which makes sense. I don't think I'm ever taking those achievements off. I have consigned myself to that is probably the case. Shame. Whoop-de-doo. I do think, though, we are somewhat in a good position for my character and going into the start of the year. I haven't actually planned that far out. I actually haven't even planned out the next show yet. So there's a bit of a, get some names on the card, see how they do. Also, we're probably going to be making a lot of roster cuts, somewhat soonish, because I've got a lot of people I want to bring in. I'm no longer in debt. I'm actually nearly at the 15k we need to be at end of the year. So I feel like I've got a lot of wiggle room to go out and buy some bigger names and bring some bigger names into the company and try and grass off that way. So that's kind of the idea. Let's see how we can kind of work at that and what we can do at that to succeed. Yeah, should be a lot of fun as we kick off with the Dark Watch taking on the Fantastics, Bob Backlund and Manny Fernandez. Manny is one of the people who might be out the door. I feel like the rest of them will probably stick around, but Manny's definitely someone on the chopping block. If I can find a better mid-card Mexican, I'll probably drop Scorpio. We'll see, though. Santanico got a 17 to open up the show. Scorpio a 30. 41 for the Firefly. 43 from Aeroflash, who was off his game. 44 for Bob Backlund. 29 for Manny Fernandez, yeah. And the Fantastics both got 36s. Solid 56 rated show to kick off. Ready to shift the show. Blatant cheating. Santanico wins. And will be trying to get back into that world title picture, I'd say. So we go. Next one, only 43. Matt Bourne at 39. Jim Brunzell at 37. Matt Bourne's in a really interesting set in the company right now. He's not one of our top heel performance-wisers. He's around the same level as Jake Roberts. If I want a top heel, it's Santanico right now. I'm not sure who really else fits into that second spot as that secondary top heel. But he's also good enough to go take on matches with Bret Hart and stuff. I don't feel bad about it. So there's definitely some weird little bits and pieces in there. I'm not sure where I want to go with him, what I want to do with him, but I think I'm going to keep him in the main event just because he's a former world champion, so he kind of gets that benefit of the doubt in that main event scene for at least a little while. Let's go 50 rated match for two men who don't click. Crowd rating of 20 helps carry it quite a bit. Wrestling rating of 39 isn't bad either, as Jack Armstrong gets a 48. I don't know what's happened with Jack Armstrong, but all of a sudden this man has become absolutely phenomenal and is putting on banger after banger. So hey, I can't fault the man right now. He is doing fabulous work. Mike Sharp and him doing chemistry. Mike Sharp, another guy who might be out the door. Depends if I've got a good trainer. Because, I mean, he's done so much work on like my play character to make my play character way better. Especially all the basic side of stuff. That progression has been massive. So go into a wild brawl for the next one. 63 red segment is phenomenal for these guys. As Ready to Die make their first defense of the Tag Team World Championships. Terry Funk, 69 rated again. He gets that a lot. Onita, 47. Samu, 42. Haku, 38. I feel like I'm in also another weird situation where Samu and Haku are both permanent heels. But I kind of do want to start transitioning Samu more into a singles role. So I'm not sure I want to do that quite yet. I've got some ideas on what I'm going to do there. But it kind of depends on like where the roster goes, what numbers I can get in, who I can get in, and what roles I'm going to fill. Then our main event. Yeah, technical masterclassing these guys wasn't a great decision. 54 rated main event. That's not good. Cool, I messed up. But after the match, you have Jake Roberts, Matt Bourne, and Santanico, the three top heels coming out to try and call their shot against Bret the Hitman Hart. How is the field going to be whittled down for the world champion? I know exactly how it's going to be done. Yeah. Turn popularity increases, though, is pretty good. I think we're probably going to have reached the cap in the Southwest, so we're not expecting to go up in that. But we'll be going up some other ones, I hope. Who gets some praise? Bob, you did well. Let's give it to Bob. And also, I think did, like, particularly good who I'm not, like, considering letting go. We'll go to Anita, because he's got poor morale right now. We gained 5.4k. Sorry, what? That's ridiculous. Okay. Well, we're above 15k now, and it's not close. Easy. No, like, active population increases, but you can see we're up to 36 in the Southwest. Which means when I get out of this, we should be a small size company. Which I'm not sure what it actually gets us. But small size better than tiny. Should give us a bit more of a deal to negotiate with for broadcasting. So I might go see if I can go chat to the syndication deal that's above us to see, hey, are we able to get that deal? Are we not? I'm not sure if we will be. CML's got bad morale. That's good for us. Hopefully I'll drop them down. New Year's Ascension. Nearly 1,000 people in the building. And we are rumored to be growing. Lack of big name, still an issue. 4.4 people watching it. 4.4k people watching it. And we are small size. We're first in the world. Okay. That feels good. This is the first save I think I've ever been in a company that has made it to number 1 in the world. So that feels real good. We're the only small company in the world. No one else has been able to reach us and get to that point. Annoyingly, we need 2 storylines rated hot or above. We do have 1. We need to get a second one. We get penalized. We need 20 people on the roster. That's fine. We can do that. Don't know what else that's like restriction we need, but that is fine. We are making good money. We are making very good money. We'll see what else like we get in this month. Who this month ends up being the 6k figure range, so I don't feel too bad about people I'm thinking in my head of bringing in. I'll go through what my plan is for Will Down the Field at the next show, because that's when I'm going to be announcing it in kayfabe. Because we do definitely have some plans for it. But also, I think I need to... Where's the people button? Where's the people? I think I need to go through my list and find some names that I want to bring in. So I've got some ideas. I've got some people who I'm interested in. I think could be good additions to the roster. I've talked about Shane Douglas before. He's coming in. He will be making an appearance very soon. Maybe in my title picture plans, and that will be explained then. So people who think are being cut, Mike Sharp is fairly likely to be cut. Depends if there's other people who can take over that head trainer role, but I think there will be. Where do I find it? Headbands trainer. If I just search, I'm really ill-suited candidates. Who is well-suited and has a natural trainer? Nope. Okay, maybe I need to bring someone who's got natural trainer. That is always good to see. Okay. Either way, I'll be back for the next show. I'll be back for Elevation, which will probably be the last show of the episode. We'll get to see how that should play out, where the world title picture is going, what the plans of Bret Hart are, what's the plans for Kurt Hennig, who's off TV, what's the plans for Jack Armstrong, the Jungle Warrior, what's he going to be doing. I have ideas. I think I know what I want to do with the company. I think I know some of the directions, but I'm going to flesh it all out, and you will see where it is in 13 days in-game time, and just about 2 seconds. Welcome to our 12th episode of Elevation, our second and last show of the episode. We've got a 56-minute card, pretty long promo for what we normally do, along with debuting a new title. Well, not title, a new competition. Because the way we are going to crown the new number one contender for Bret Hart's championship is going to be through the Final Impact. This is going to be an annual knockout event, which puts us at, I think, the sweet spot. Maybe I'll add one more if we do weekly TV. But we have the Battle Leagues, which is our G1 version, Final Impact, which is our Owen Hart Cup, King of the Ring, and the Shootout, which is somewhat as part of the Elimination Chamber. I mean, maybe we add a Battle Royale in here to as another secondary kind of thing. But it was going to be defended this year in an 8-man tournament. And the winner will get a title shot at Iron Will. I think this card's pretty hyped. We've got two matches on the card with surprise opponents. We have a new debuting tag team in the Faces of Fear. Well, somewhat new debuting tag team. We've made a lot of roster cuts. Not a lot. We've made a few roster cuts. Jim Neidhart survived based on it would have really annoyed a lot of people if I cut him. But we've also cut people like Mike Sharp, Tully Blanchard, Manny Fernandez, Danny Davis. We may also have to cut one of our new signings because I think he's going to be working for CCW the entire time. And if anyone can tell me why he's working with CCW, a company outside the top 20, instead of the number one biggest company in the world, is beyond me. It might be the fact he doesn't have he hasn't made his debut in the company yet, so he doesn't know where he'll be placed. So maybe I've got to book a show around that, and then he'll join us. That's kind of my hope. But we'll have to see how it goes. He's our only upset worker, and you'll have to meet him once he debuts. Only local worker available is Joshua Ben-Gurion. I just love checking this every now and then. No, he's never coming back. He was terrible. Genuinely terrible. I think it's the worst wrestler we ever had. Okay, either way, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's get straight into the show. And we open up with Bret Hart. He comes out and acknowledges he's got many challenges for his title right now. And that's the way he likes it. He's excited to see who will be willing and will be able to make the step up and make it to face him. Firstly, he opens his promo. He wants to face Jack Armstrong. They put on the best match in the world last year. The Great Lakes Championship. He's willing to offer Jack Armstrong a chance at his title. Can Jack Armstrong become a two-time champion next episode at, I believe it is Winter Trials. Yeah, Winter Trials. But he also announces the first of a Final Impact tournament. It's an annual knockout event. And it will crown the number one contender to his title. And the tournament will include Santanico, Jake Roberts, Terry Funk, all three former world champions, and Matt Bourne, another former world champion, and then Bob Backlund, because they need another person in the tournament. And also a few more surprises. Should be a good fun tournament. Good to see that's where Bret Hart is going. So we go to our next segment. That's not amazing. Yeah, it's a fairly... This is a storytelling match. I don't think it was. Apparently it did more time to tell the story it was designed. Oh, I booked a comically short technical masterclass. Yeah, no, I deserve that. Oops. And Jack Armstrong lost his game, but still got a 42. Chris Adams, a 37. Not too bad, all things considered, I think. 37 isn't a horrendous opening match. Not great, but that's because I booked it badly. It would have probably been at least in the 40s if I had, not been a fool. Okay, so our next is our first quarter final for our final Impact event. And it is won by the debuting Stan Hansen, who got a 64. Terry Funk a 70. The Cowboy coming across from Japan has won with the Lariat and has immediately taken down Terry Funk, one of the company's top wrestlers ever. He's got a great badass gimmick, gets penalty psychology, shouldn't do comedy stuff, but good when he looks dominant, and good microphone skills. I don't think I can check what his microphone skills are now, but I think he's pretty solid. So that's not bad. I will take that. Stan Hansen is into the semi-finals and will be awaiting the winner of this show's main event. We also have the Faces of Fear. The Barbarian and Haku have teamed up, and they have won with an Asian spike over their Fantastics. The Barbarian got a 53. That's amazing. Haku a 37. Tommy Rogers 36. Bobby Fulton a 38. And Ernie Ladd has debuted as their manager. And they are part of a new faction in the company that, again, isn't showing the picture frames, and I'm not sure why. 50 segment rating I didn't see either is very good. Ernie Ladd, cool. Standard. Sounds about right. But he will be their manager because none of those guys can talk. So that's going to be my way around. No one in the faction talking. The other member and the other leader of the faction is going to be Samu. Get those three all together. Because with Tully gone, I've got to use something for the Barbarian. And he's better as a tag guy alongside Haku and allowing Samu to do all that single stuff I wanted him to do when I debuted him like a year and a half ago in the save. And then we also can go to our main event. It is Jake the Snake Roberts. And he has lost to a flying elbow drop by Randy Savage. Cool, so that's bad. Yep, didn't book long enough for a slow build. Jake Roberts' gimmick's getting stale. Jake Roberts is off his game. That's a bad main event. We should have booked Stan Hansen, Terry Funk in the main event. And Randy Savage has got a gimmick that makes him lose worse. Oh no. Okay, well, I need Randy Savage's popularity to stay very high the entire time, just because he's our only major star, I think. Or will be. So that's a 47. Not great. Cool, that's bumming to end off the episode again. Doing that a bit recently. I'm not sure why we get 3 now. Maybe it's because we're small size, we get 3 people we can praise. Terry, you can get some praise. Let's give Stan Hansen... If I find the... But there we go. Stan Hansen and... Who's over debuting? Randy Savage. Oh, I'm all over the place today. Okay. Scene please, scene please, scene please. Doesn't really matter. That's fine. Financial report. We earned 2,100 this episode. Work costs up to 3,400, but that's to be expected. We're still turning over a lot of money, even with the extra people in, which I think is a lot of help. Randy Savage is super, super popular. I think he's like 34 in the Southwest with us, which puts him like 10 points above everyone else. So a lot of us going to be trying to use him to drag everyone else up, but also he's still very good. So just kind of using him in his own right. We'll see how his in-ring holds up compared to everyone else. Still got a lack of big names, but that should be fixed now that Randy Savage is like been announced. I hope that's kind of what I'm going with. If I go to like creative, we don't have any franchise players still. He still doesn't count. That's fine. You'll see another one of our signings here on the list. We have signed Rick Rude, the Ravaging Rick Rude. It's interesting. He is seen as a far better prospect than Bret Hart is, and I think that is insane in real life. I mean, in the game, it might not be that insane, actually. His star quality is 98. That might be why. He is crazy star quality. I mean, yeah, he's probably going to be another guy who is a face of this company going forward. He's going to do amazing things. I've got some plans for him already in the works, and those will all be shown next episode, which you'll have to wait and see for. In the meantime, I'm going to get to Winter Trials. I will see you next episode as we go to Winter Trials, we go to Clash of the Elite, and we finish off with who will win the final Impact tournament. See you all then. Firefly out.